The SA Weather Service has urged residents in several provinces to remain on high alert. This after it issued level 5 warning for disruptive rain today. It says areas such as Bushbuck Ridge, Mbombela, Barberton and Sabi should remain on high alert. Senior forecaster Buselezo Mufokeng says eThekwini and Kwazulu-Natal and some parts of Mpumalanga will experience heavy thunderstorms.
But we're expecting heavy rain that may be associated with localized flooding in areas, more particularly along the wild coast of the Western Cape, including the adjacent interior. That also goes for the Ugu district municipality in Kwazulu-Natal, that is southern Kwazulu-Natal, areas like Limpopo, Pennington, as well as eThekwini. Those areas we're expecting a level 9 on them. But it's not only those areas. The areas that you started mentioning, I think areas around Eswatini, those areas in Sabi, areas in Skukuza, areas in Mbombela. Those are the areas that we are also marking as areas for level 9. Other than that, much of KwaZulu-Natal, we have issued level 5, which actually still have the same kind of effect, in the sense that we expect heavy rain, which may produce localized flooding in areas across KwaZulu-Natal, across eastern Mpumalanga, including those eastern parts of the Eastern Cape.
In KZN, disaster management teams are also on high alert this morning. Newzroom Africa's Nobuhle Modise joins us live from Durban North. Nobuhle, good morning, and thank you for joining us today. Are residents ready and prepared for the warnings that they are getting with regards to the heavy rains that are to be expected this coming weekend?
Good morning, Katlaho. It seems as though some residents aren't so prepared, if I may put it that way. We are at the Emampondeni settlement, which is just off the M19, and the residents here have been advised that should the rains, the downpour get heavier, then they should start evacuating. And we know that this particular area is one that gets hardest hit because it is a low-lying area. And as you can see, my colleague Lungelo is showing you here, there's an exposed pipeline here, and some of this damage that you can see here is from those April floods. And also when we do have heavy downpour in the province, this area gets affected the most. So when it does start raining the way it is now, there aren't any heavy downpours as yet, but they do warn residents, especially in areas like this, to start evacuating when it starts raining like this. And we know that the eThekwini district the South African Weather Service has issued a level 9 warning for this particular district, and others outside of eThekwini have then a level 5 warning. But here where we have a level 9 warning, residents have been, advised and cautioned to just start evacuating should the downpours get heavier. You can see the stream here. Obviously the water levels start rising when these downpours get heavier. So we do know that residents here are still here. We haven't seen anybody, packing their belongings and moving as yet. People are still going about their day, moving around, going to work, locking up their houses and going about their day, but not necessarily evacuating. So if this downpour does continue, then we will see more tragedy. You do know that the province is still recovering from those April floods last year, and a lot still needs to be done. Infrastructure still needs to be repaired. As you can see where I'm standing here, it's still taking them a long time to just repair this exposed pipeline that I'm standing next to. And we know that those people who were displaced, some of them, or most of them, as the province has put it, have been put out of those mass care centers and have now been relocated into homes where, they'll be able to have some privacy with their families, because we know that when they were staying in those mass care centers, those halls, they were complaining a lot about the privacy and just about the living conditions. Even yesterday we visited another area in Ndwendwe where we discovered that there are still some people who are still living in tents, and it seems as if they slipped through the cracks of the province, and they are yet to be moved to proper housing. So the province is still recovering from those April floods, and a lot still needs to be done. So if the rain persists as it is now, it's been drizzling throughout the morning, throughout yesterday, but we do know that it might pick up soon, and if that does happen, then it will spell tragedy, especially for the people here in Emampondweni where I'm standing.
Certainly a lot of work that still needs to be done by the province, and the question is where these people would then evacuate to should they be leaving their houses. That's Nobuhle Modise out in the KZN.